Thick, what are you doing?
I'm trying to figure out how to get on this zip line.
You know we're doing a talk show over here.
I know. I'm trying to get on this. How do you get on the zip line? Isn't it E?
You have to like pick it up off the ground. I think.
No, I got it. I got a line.
Is
I'm just trying to.
Is it higher at the other end? Is it higher at the other end?
Yes.
Then you
Could
won't.
you imagine?
You won't slide up. You can only slide down.
Hey, we're gonna do a.
Oh my God.
We're gonna do a collab with Minute Physics next. Is that your zip line?
Oh my God! Is that the zip line?
I guess. I don't know.
Westie,
Yes.
can you tell me more about your channel?
Yeah. I mainly post topical videos, so I'll pick a topic that I think is really interesting or I have an opinion about. I'll give my opinion, and I'll then leave it to the audience to fight it out below the video. And it tends to get rather heated down there. It can sometimes get a little bit offensive, but we try and keep it nice and calm most times, and don't want to offend anybody. But yeah, mainly Battlefield and lots of opinions. That's kind of me in a nutshell.
What's a recent opinion that you may have brought up?
I posted a video about like the M416, which I think is really powerful in this game. And a lot of people agreed and thought it should be nerfed, and a lot of people thought that no, it's fine the way it is, leave it, it's amazing, don't tell the developers that it's really powerful. So there's like a really big divide, and that was like evident in the comments, and that's the kind of thing that I really like to see, even though it's like a lot of negative opinions and a lot of positive opinions for like one side or another. But I really like that because everyone should be allowed to give their opinion, so that's what I try to aim for.
What would you think if, say, the next Battlefield comes out and there's no campaign?
Yeah.
What would you think about that?
I think that would, for me personally, that would probably be better than having one, and maybe wasting time on a campaign that not many people are going to play. If you think about it, they wouldn't have to have an extra set of developers making the story and making it a campaign, and those people could maybe work on the multiplayer instead, and you'd have more people focusing on the part of the game that most people are going to play.
Okay, so what if, let's say there's two options. Instead of a campaign, there's a design your own map. Wouldn't that be revolutionary for a game like this? You could have all these buildings, and they're all the same. Like, you have a dozen different buildings to choose from, and walls and shrubbery, a lot of cookie-cutter items. You position them, you can build things a certain way, and then people can play on your map. I think, that happens on other games, and this is a more complicated game, but I think that'd be fun.
Like a map editor.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that would be really cool.
Now, if you marketed that, I think that'd get people excited. And here's another idea. Like, do you play GTA?
Yes, I do.
So they just had that come out for PC.
Yep.
And now they got this GTA movie editor thing.
Mm-hmm.
What if that existed in a round of Battlefield? Like, you could record the whole match, then you could go back in, and it has all the positions of everyone's what do you call it? Controller movements or whatever.
And they're all saved, yeah.
Yeah, everything's saved. So then you can go through and edit that to whichever speed, camera angle, whatever you want. To me, that would be really cool.
That would be amazing. I mean, like, I know there's a lot of other YouTubers out there that make these kind of videos that rely on like a cinematic tool that somebody in the community has just created in their own time. But if the developers could put that in the main game that's available for everyone, I think that'd be really cool, because the Battlefield community is pretty creative anyway, and to give everybody the right tools to do the job, it would probably make it even better.
And then I think they would use it, like, you'll play a campaign once, but people would make movies for years.
Yeah, I mean,
or make their own maps. Oh, Thick, what are you doing here?
Well, I was playing the game because this is boring. Why don't you guys? You can move.
Do you know that you make the worst Andy Richter I've ever seen?
I'm not your Andy Richter. You're not a game show host.
You are my Andy Richter. Do you know who Andy Richter is?
I have no idea who that is.
Conan O'Brien's a talk show host, and Andy Richter is his sidekick that sits on the couch and just talks every now and then.
I know what you mean. There's the main guy, and then every now and then this other guy pops up and says some funny stuff.
Oh yeah, all of a sudden Neebs is the main guy.
My side guy doesn't say anything funny.
I'm here to play the game.
Fine, let's play the game. Jeez.
So I have a question for Westie.
Mm-hmm.
Is it okay if I ask a question, Neebs?
Oh, are you going to be Andy Richter now?
No, I'm gonna be Thick 44. Listen. So, Hardline or Battlefield 4, which do you enjoy more, Westie?
Okay, that's a really hard question. Okay, so I really like Hardline because it's new, it's fresh, and I like the fact that they've gone a slightly different angle with the game, but they still retain the big explosions and everything that you expect from Battlefield. But I also really like Battlefield 4 because that's a true to Battlefield game. It's what Battlefield was supposed to be. So, do you know what? I'm probably gonna say Battlefield 4 overall, just because it's what I expect a Battlefield game to be. This is really cool though because it's a nice spin-off. It's something different, and it's really good fun to play with friends.
I concur. Well, I concur.
I think it really depends. It's one of these games, I love this game if I'm playing with friends. It's not quite as great if you play on your own. It can be a little bit sort of polarizing. So you might expect it because it's so fast and it's so action-packed that you expect to be laughing with your friends. And if you're not playing with your friends, then it can be a bit well, where are all my friends? I want to be playing this with somebody who I can laugh with.
Yeah.
So that's just one of those games. I think that it'll be really good until the next Battlefield comes out. I think it's a good game.
Now, I saw a video you did recently about, and I don't know how, I never heard about this map where people are voting on maps, and there's going to be a jungle map.
Yeah, that's right.
Is that BF4?
Yeah, BF4. So the developers DICE LA, who took over from the DICE Stockholm team not too long ago, they've decided that they want to make a new community map, but they don't want to do it just all on their own. They want the community to help them design it. So the community voted for a jungle base, and then recently they've allowed us to have a look at 3 different designs, and then we get to pick from that which one we want to take forward and be the final design for the map.
Okay, so they laid out 3 designs, and it was just an overhead, right? It was just kind of a layout.
So yeah, they picked 3 base designs. And it was more just for the shape of the map and where the objectives would be. So lots of things are still probably going to change, and lots of areas of the map will probably be very different when we finally see it become a true map. But they're going to be testing it in the community test environment soon as well. So we don't just get to see the final map; we'll get to test it all the way through and make sure it's a really good one.
Is this the first time that Battlefield has asked the community for input on a map?
I don't know actually. I think they might have done it before. I mean, in Battlefield 4, they asked people to vote for what they thought were the best older Battlefield maps, and I think they came back in Battlefield 4 Second Assault, and all of those were Battlefield 3 maps. So they asked for opinions, but they haven't. I don't think they've ever let a community design the map the way they have here, which is really cool. But yeah, so I think it's really cool that even though the developers should, I think, because it's their game, their vision for what they want, but I think it's really cool that they're letting the community decide what to do with it.
I'm gonna spawn on you despite the little thing that says don't.
Is there a thing that says that?
There was. Looks like you're in the clear now.
It's sort of offensive, I think.
No, the game said that. I mean,
well, that's what I'm talking about. I think the game is being
massively offensive to you.
Yeah. If I were the type of person to be offended, I would be right now. There's a quote that I like that goes, don't be offended if it's not intended. You ever heard that?
I wish I could put that as the official Twitter hashtag for my Twitter account.
And that's only part of it. The other part is don't be offended if it is.
It reminds me of it's who smelt it, dealt it? Is that what it's?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think they were both said by Gandhi. All right, guys. So I want to thank Westie for hanging out with us today. And the YouTube channel is... What? Tick.
What?
Was that you shooting?
No, that was some other guy.
This guy? Come on, man. We're doing a YouTube show. Jeez.
Beat it. Scram.
All right. So tell us how to find your channel, Westie.
It's youtube.com/thewestie4321. And Westie is spelled with an IE, just like you call like a little Westie dog. Yeah, I get that quite a lot.
Oh.
But, yeah, I'm that guy.
Okay, good deal. So guys, go over to Westie's channel. Please tell him I sent you and show him some love. Thanks for watching our video today, Thick.
Thanks for watching.
All right.